Welcome to The Brook, bearing clusters of truth with a splash of common sense.
Okay, oh yeah, I gotta pick that up.
I kept mine.
I lost mine.
Well,
I don't know where mine is.
Phew, got that out of the way.
I have two page threes.
Oh, these are all mine. I didn't let mine go.
Hey, I need a page
Hey,
two.
give it back. I need to
Here's a page three.
Oh,
Here's a page. I need a page one.
1, 2. I have an extra. Who needs one?
I
Page
need
one.
page one.
Oh,
Thank you.
my word.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special episode of The Brook
Very
on
special.
Canaan Radio. Pastor, welcome.
Hey,
David.
It's
Hey.
good to be here.
Yeah, David.
And not be
welcome.
quarantined.
And
Almost.
Peter.
And I'm here too.
And of course,
We probably do need quarantine, but
Yeah.
not for corona.
Corona.
Not for the COVID.
COVID-19.
COVID.
COVID-19.
it's COVID.
COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Welcome to a
Disease
special
ratings.
broadcast. We were trying to figure out what would make it an interesting introduction, but since
We're going to be a break. We'll go on a break. We'll be back here
Going
in a
into
little bit.
Disinfectant, please.
Hey, I need some disinfectant, sir. Can you throw
you
me?
got some?
yeah, pass it over here. Here we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Pass
The
it.
only
Bottle
Germ
left in
exit
America.
in all of North Platte.
On all of yeah, it's being
only
auctioned
stuff
off.
left.
Stay safe, people. Stay
That's
safe.
right.
Wash your
Thank you.
hands.
Thank you.
Do not touch your face.
Especially after putting that on.
Rub your eyes. Aftershave.
All right, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome once again to the Brook on Canaan Radio. This is episode El Numero 7,
A numerous.
That was a good pass.
number 7. I do need to go ahead and get right into this.
That was not a good
Sorry.
pass. JT
Did you
just
get it
got-
on you? No. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. We love hearing from our listeners. During the show, we would love to hear from you.
Actually, special broadcast.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
special. We're going to announce that here in a second. A great way to be in touch with us throughout the show is by requesting a song from our vast Canaan Radio. Really?
Sorry.
Zipping out right. So send us a text with your first name to 920-940-8275 or post a tweet using our Twitter handle at Canaan_radio or direct messages on Instagram at Canaan_radio to request a song. And we will give you a shout out and also do our best to play the song if we have it as time allows during the show. Again, the number is 920-940-8275. Please write that number down. You will need to use it this broadcast. We have something very special planned
Get your
today.
phones out. Make sure they're
Get them ready.
charged.
Get them ready. And we have arrived to open mic.
Who's going first?
I have no idea.
Me neither. I have something that I need to
Talk about anything we need.
Well, I will just say this: we are having church as normal tomorrow,
That's
running
fine.
our buses, and our state has not, our governor has not issued any mandatory limits on our meetings. But if it did, I know what it is. It's 250 and above. So we're still good to go because we're not there. So we're going to just keep on running. And we did make sure our buses were wiped down, made sure our Sunday schools and all the seats and everything's been dipped in iodine and sterilized. And,
Disinfected.
yeah, disinfected. And the bathrooms have been cleaned. There have been additional trash cans put outside the door so that when you wash up after you go to the bathroom, you can take a paper towel and grab the door handle, open the door, walk out, and throw that paper towel in the so that you don't have
about
to.
that?
Isn't that something?
That is something.
That was Mrs. Reeves' idea.
It's a good idea.
So she said that's a good idea. So I said that's a good idea, and guess what?
It's a good
It's done.
idea.
It's done.
It's not just an idea now.
It's happening.
It's a real thing.
But on that note, church is normal tomorrow.
Yes.
We did. We're running the church buses tomorrow. We actually did. All 3 routes are doing the same thing. We are giving away toilet paper squares. I entitled it Toilet Paper Sunday. And if they read the small print, they'll realize they're only getting one little sheet of toilet paper. But everyone that I talked to, all the parents that I talked to were laughing about it.
Well,
They thought it
here's the
was hilarious.
thing: if we really did give away like a 6-pack of toilet paper,
We'd have a high day.
I'm telling you, people
would.
would come.
Yeah.
You think they went to Walmart and cleaned the shelves? Menards cleaned
We'd
the shelves?
probably have 251
Gary's
people.
cleaned the shelves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They haven't
we'd
put
be
a
in
restriction yet.
Yeah, right.
trouble. This is true.
So we are set
You
to
know,
go.
if life gives you lemons, make
Kool-Aid.
lemonade.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
TP
that's what I
someone's house.
Squeeze them in somebody's eyes.
Really?
No, this has seriously turned into a joke.
Yeah, quite a bit.
It really has. Unfortunately, I have respect for those guys who are in states that the governors have decided to limit the gatherings and it affects churches, and they come out and say that. You know, there's some respect in the sense that you got to be careful, and there are a lot more cases in those areas than there are here. So, but in the same sense, I kind of wonder what would happen if we actually did get persecuted and they began to shut our
Right.
churches down.
Right.
Yeah, you made an interesting point the other day about that. Do you remember? Similar to what he
It was very interesting.
I made a lot of points. Which one are you
It
talking
was
about?
talking about how, like, when the government mandates that you can't have over 250 people.
Right.
Although it's serious, you know, it could be testing water for other times.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It could
I mean,
be-
it's
Now,
just
honestly,
a lot of. It's just
honestly,
a thought.
Right.
honestly,
right.
that thinking, I don't buy into that right now.
No.
I don't think this is a case where the government's trying to shut down or stifle
Right.
the churches.
I think that
because
what-
it's not projected
right.
to any one denomination.
What I was referring more to was the ability of the government to look at precedents now. They'll be able to look back. I'm not saying that they did it on purpose. Of course,
Right.
the well-being of the American people, I think, was at heart. But what precedents does it set when we, not when we listen, but when we don't find a way to have church anyway, like splitting the service up, or you know, like there's a lot of churches that I've heard of that are doing that.
You know,
So-
I really think that plays into the reason it's like that. Why you're saying that is because we've had so many people that criticize what we believe. We have such a strong stand.
Right.
And they want to attack a certain aspect of our ministry, our beliefs. And if we answer them, they will just go to another issue. There is no making those people happy.
Right.
And so it has become pretty much a way of life, a staple of our media, a staple of our government. If our world wants to just reject something, and then we prove that there's reasons why we do what we do, and we explain it, it's still not good enough. They will find something else to go after. So
Right.
the bottom line is, every man that pastors his church has to make a decision what's best for his church. And
Regardless of what Twitter thinks.
Twitter's a cesspool.
Right. It can be.
Okay.
But in good news,
Yeah.
let me bring up something good.
Okay, well, do you want to just wait and bring it
Yeah,
up when we
this
come
is
back?
open
We're doing
mic.
through the
Yeah, I
grapevine,
was just
or-
going to talk about
We're closing your
bus
mic.
kids, but
We're
okay.
closing
We'll
your
wait
mic.
to the next. I'm good
Do
with
it
waiting.
during the Heard It Through the
Okay.
Grapevine. We'll do it through the next segment. Let's go ahead and go to a song. Up first is Not Just a Good Man by the Faithman Quartet, and we'll be right back.
For breaking news here and around the country, welcome to Heard It Through the Grapevine. The spin starts here.
Welcome to Heard It Through the Grapevine, where we bring news and tidbits from the ministry here in North Platte and many other things.
Are you okay? What is going on?
You got that low enough?
Are you having a hard time seeing there, Dad?
What's going on?
Your computer?
good.
News right now is Pastor Reeves is trying to get his mic
all good.
stand figured out.
Everything's fine.
So I was just gonna talk about some a real big blessing in the bus ministry that actually happened last week. We used to have a couple bus kids ride our church bus. Maybe it's probably about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
They said 3 years.
Did you guys tell her to talk about this?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the kids
Yeah,
said
yeah,
it was about
3
years.
probably about 3
Stop
years
getting
ago.
in his grapes.
No,
Great.
Don't you
And they
hate
were
that when someone
faithful-
gets in a bag of grapes when your
No.
wife brings home fresh grapes
I hate that when that
and
happens.
somebody pulls it out of the bag and they stand there and start eating the grapes?
yeah.
J2 does he do that?
No, he was laughing because you said, "Don't you hate it when your wife brings home?" And I was like, "Yeah, I hate when that happens."
Got it. I was a little slow.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
got it.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, what I was going to say is these kids were super faithful. They came every single Sunday. They were really good kids. They were growing in the Lord. And actually, the last Sunday, he gone. The last Sunday that they were here, they got baptized. And their mother and their grandmother came, but then they ended up moving to Pennsylvania. And we haven't heard about them since. It's been 3 years. Well, they recently moved back to the area and rode our church bus last Sunday.
Wow.
And they're coming again tomorrow. I actually got to go out and take Ezekiel out to lunch today.
Cool.
When got him some chicken and talked to him a little bit. But he's 12 now. He was like 9 when he left. So it's cool to have another opportunity. That just shows how important it is to be faithful, because they came back, and actually Ezekiel said that he had a big attitude when he heard that our church shut down because we moved locations, and so he thought that we were closed, and so he was like all frustrated and mad until he found out that we were still open and just moved locations. And so that's important for every single bus worker, because you build a relationship with these bus kids, and they ever move back into the area 2-3 years later, they should see a familiar face and say, hey, Brother David, that's still here, still serving the Lord, still investing in kids. So anyway, that was a huge blessing.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see him. I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
Neither were you.
I wasn't. I FaceTimed my church bus, though, and got to talk to him for a few minutes. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was pretty neat.
What kind of bus captain FaceTimes his kids? I'll tell you what kind. Devoted, faithful, loving, caring, sweet.
I've got a toothache.
All right. Well, listen, I want to tell you, we're supposed to pick up Eric Perez from the airport tonight, but unfortunately, been some snafus on the airplane. I think it's United messing up his tickets and all kinds of crazy stuff. So he will be flying in tomorrow afternoon, right before the evening service. But he's still coming, and we're excited to have him. One of the premier bus directors in fundamentalism today, doing a great work and responsible for organizing 5 or 6 different routes in his church, and does a great job with the youth. We're having him come in and teach for a week at Great Plains Baptist College. And that kind of has a two-edged sword there. He's going to be helping us and teaching some things that he has learned that's been a help to that pastor through the years. At the same time, he is also going to be finishing up his education by teaching courses for us. And because of his age and his experience in the ministry and faithfulness, and I made that deal with him. I said, if you'll come out and teach for us, I'll let you count that towards your bachelor's. And so we're excited. In a couple of years, he'll be walking to get his degree.
There you go.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
And we're proud of him. We're excited to have him come out and teach and be part of our college. But he's gonna be out here tomorrow night, and so he better be dressed and ready to go, because we're going to pick him up out of the airport and drop him into the pulpit.
There you go.
Tomorrow night.
He texted me and said he's listening right now, and there's about 250 people in the entire airport, and he said he's about to have church there.
Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord.
I was so disappointed that, because I did just talk to him maybe a couple hours ago, and he told me that he was having trouble with his tickets, but I thought he was still going to be here, and I was planning on him teaching we're going to have a joint youth class, and so I told a bunch of kids about Brother Perez coming, so now I'm just going to have to disappoint everyone and be like, sorry, you'll have to wait for next time.
Sad.
Yeah.
So sad. I don't really have a Heard It Through the Grapevine. So
Wow.
Actually, we need to announce this now.
Yeah.
We can talk about this now.
Yeah.
We can talk about the toilet paper in the room. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because
Something stinks.
This has
The
been sitting
jumbo
on the
roll.
table. So right now, David is going to get on his phone.
Get on your
and
phone,
he is
bro.
going to tweet out a link
Here it goes.
to you. He's going to post it on Instagram and on Twitter, and yeah. We might try and put it in the chat.
There, it's out. It is out on the Canaan Radio Twitter.
Okay, it's on Twitter. This roll of toilet paper.
You should put it on the screen. So
This roll of toilet paper. This roll of toilet paper is being auctioned off on eBay.
Yes.
That's just not any roll either.
That is
No.
not any
That
roll.
is a commercial
Give
roll.
us a go.
This
David.
this roll comes with its own plastic piece. I don't know what that's for, but it comes with its own plastic piece. It's missing this one.
Well, it's for commercial bathrooms.
Oh, it's commercial bathroom,
But
right.
you can use it at home. You just
That's
pop,
right. You
pop the plastic
out.
pieces
you
out.
pop it out, put it right in
Right.
your bathroom, and this will get you through the tribulation right here. I mean,
Right,
Yeah.
it's so big.
when there comes a time.
And a trick is, it'll go twice as long because it's 2-ply.
No,
So
no,
if you
no,
just-
no.
it's
This
single
one
ply.
ply. This is like literally as thin as you can get. This is what it is.
So just to give you a breakdown just to give you a breakdown on how the auction is going, at the end of this broadcast, we will be watching. At the end of this broadcast, we will, I think we'll just close the auction and whoever bid the highest. But we want to talk about what the actual funds are going for because we don't want you to think we're just selling toilet paper to make money.
We're going to buy a case of toilet paper for the inner city of Baltimore, Maryland.
They don't have any more over there.
We're going to send it to Brother Tyson.
But this is a special fundraiser.
Yeah,
fundraiser.
It is. It's 100%.
But I mean, think about it. It's a possibility where you're at. I don't think we can get toilet paper in North Platte anymore. I mean, as of right now, I think it's all sold out. And so, like, if you're in North Platte and you need one roll of toilet paper, I mean, I would get on there and start bidding right now. 15, I mean, how much?
30.
How much is this worth to you?
How much is peace?
Well, I will tell you right now, we have a buy now price on there, and if you buy it now, we will send it to you. We will send it to you.
We will send it to you. Did you talk about this part?
The
most important part is you're not only just when you bid for this toilet paper, you're not only getting this wonderful one-ply industrial grade toilet paper, you are getting a free Canaan Radio special edition, the Brook mug.
That's right.
Epic. That's really technically right there. I'd be willing to bid pretty high just on that alone. So get on there, start bidding away. You know, if you really appreciate Canaan Radio and the great gospel music that we have and the fact that we never, ever, ever ask for money unless we're doing it right now, get on there.
Well, we're not going to shut down Have Radio funds.
And that's the thing. There's a truth to that. We don't
keep going.
We don't do that every year where we ask for money. We pastors always wanted to provide this as a service to the church, and because it's internet based, everyone can listen as well. So get on there, bid on the toilet paper. Bid on the toilet paper, and at the end of the broadcast. I
don't know if anybody can tell we are seriously auctioning this off.
No, I mean, if you
think about this.
But we are seriously being sarcastic and taking an opportunity.
Which camera are we on? We're on his. All right. Look at that. It's there. It's real.
eBay.
And here's the thing. I mean, really think about this. How many times in the future are we ever going to auction off a roll of toilet paper on the broadcast? This is the only time
in the foreseeable.
So you could get this. You could put this in a little glass case. Should we sign it?
Give it to me. Give it to
me.
me.
We should all sign it.
So
we need to actually thank Fake News for this because they're drumming up all this.
Yeah.
You know, of all the things to go to the store and buy, tons of, and clean the shelves.
Yeah.
I'd be like at the Twinkie shelf or something.
Okay,
something useful.
Which one are we on? Center? I've signed it. I'm going to pass it over to my brother-in-law, Peter, here.
And I mean, you're going to have this, and not only are you going to get the special edition mug, but you can walk around with your roll of toilet paper.
That's right.
And say, hey,
Signed.
look what I got.
Sharpie.
This is the only one in the country. The only, what is that? Oh, he's got a marker up there.
You got a, well,
too late.
We're
We're doing it.
Oh, nice
Another
shot.
wonderful throw by our
man in the booth.
Man in the booth. Man in behind the
curtain.
Behind the curtain.
The bar. The rail.
Our trip last week went fantastic.
Oh, Pastor Reyes had to go over the top. He actually signed on the roll.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm gonna
as
sign,
you use it, his name disappears.
But now as they use it, it has to slowly be going away.
You know what?
I'm going to stay with you.
I'm going to unroll it and sign it as I unroll it.
No, be with you till the morning.
I'm not going to
sign
be
it normal.
different. I'm
Sign
just
it
going to
normal
sign
with the
it
rest
normal.
of us. No.
Okay.
Guys, the pastor's the only one who gets to use
They
it.
can undo that outer wrapping
They
protective
can, and
layer
still use it.
and frame it.
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
I don't know who would not want to do that.
I don't know. But see, I think Pastor needs to sign it on
Oops,
the
just
Brother
got
Tyson
poked a
bid
hole.
already.
Oh,
did?
man, we got a $5 bid, guys.
Come on now.
$5?
$5 bid.
All right. He's already overpaid, but that's
This
good.
guy. This is great.
Do we hear 10? Do we hear 10?
I need a verse to put on here. I feel like it would be...
A verse?
Yeah.
Cleanse your hands, all you sinners. Purify your hearts, you double.
No.
I'll come up with one later.
It's gotta be
Did you
something
put anything?
disgusting.
Man, everyone else's
Something about
signature is so
dung?
much cooler than mine.
What is it? No, it's the verse that says a flying roll.
A flying roll. Yeah, give me the reference for that.
That's perfect.
That's not the same kind of roll, bro.
But you know what?
Well,
It's exactly what it's
because the Bible actually says, and he caused me to eat the roll. So.
and it was sweet in the mouth.
It was
and
sweet
bitter in the belly.
So if you want to eat
Hold
this
on.
roll,
Did you know there's like a real thing people eat that kind of like they
Toilet
eat
paper?
people like eat paper and toilet paper. It's like I don't know what the word is.
I don't know. It's
Well,
dumb.
we
It's
could
a
just
problem.
put
Dumb is what
all
it
the
is.
references that have the word roll in it. There's 28 of them.
Flying
entire
roll,
broadcast.
man. Flying roll.
I'm
is
just
what
gonna
we're
put
looking for.
flying roll.
Flying
Hold
roll. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this in the middle here. Again, you can check our Twitter. David, are you going to put that on Instagram? Are you going to retweet it? from our
I
different
put
accounts?
it. So if you're on
it
Instagram, I
is.
put
We
the
need to announce what the
snapshot.
next segment is, too.
We'll do
Zechariah
that here in a second.
5:1
Oh, yeah, we do.
and 2.
Put that on there. Zechariah 5. So if you only know us through Instagram or follow us through Instagram, I just posted on our stories just a picture of the post on Twitter. So you'll have to go to Twitter in order to find the link, but just go to Canaan_radio and Twitter, and you'll be able to find it and bid. And come on, guys, we can get more than one bid on there.
That's right.
Come on,
Listen,
guys.
I mean-
here's what we need to do.
This is for a good cause.
We need the next segment. Open up the lines. Let everybody call in. Anyone call in.
That's what we're
We
gonna
want
do.
to talk about this virus.
We've
issue.
dedicated the
We should do
next
a party
segment.
line.
We have done. We have dedicated this next segment to speaking about the coronavirus. And our introduction that we will play for you, it was
Yes.
specially made.
Yes.
We're not doing the normal not milk segment.
Taking
We're
a break.
replacing it.
No.
We're going to take a break this week, and we are doing the.
Because really, the reason is we have to have a break because the last two
They were
melts
intense.
were so meaty that
Yes.
people are still choking.
We've got a new bid for $9.50.
Get outta
Do I
here.
hear 10? Do I hear 10? We have a new bid for 10 and $10.50. Come on, guys. We can do better than that.
Okay, while the bidding's going, we're going to go ahead and move to the next song. Do we
When
have
the
a new
roll is
song?
called up yonder, I'll be there.
So what
we have a new
happens
song,
if
JT?
we throw in a poster of Brother David holding that toilet
Yes,
paper? Do you
yeah.
think that'll up the cost?
Can you guys see it? I mean, everyone who's bidding, check this out. We have another bid for $11.75.
Wow, this is great. This is
We are.
great.
We are.
What roll?
What's going on? Okay, so let's go ahead.
Is
We're
your
gonna-
name on the roll?
We're going to leave the.
Our name is.
Our name's on the roll.
We need to go to the next
Our
one.
roll is going out.
We're going to go to the next segment. Here's
Roll
what
away, roll away.
Here's what I do want to do. I want to make sure that everyone has this number. Write it down: 920-940-8275. Because when we come back, we are going to open up the phones after a short while. So do not call us during the song. If you
Yes.
call us during the song, we will ignore you on purpose.
That's right.
Wait until we say okay, the lines are open. Then you can give us a call.
Don't call before then.
Exactly. And the way the way that it works is when you call, we answer in the order in which it's
We
received.
only answer in the order in which it's
Okay,
received.
thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. We're going to move on to the next song. It is God Can. Oh, wait, hang on. Before we do, you
Hold
can
it.
request a song during the show by texting us that same number, 920-940-8275. Use the Twitter handle at Canaan_radio or on Instagram at Canaan_radio.
Bid,
And go
bid,
bid.
bid,
Go
bid,
to $20, guys.
The next
Come on now.
song is God Can and He Will, requested by Raylan.
Coronavirus call-ins. Destroying coronavirus fears one call in at a time.
That's exactly what this
My
segment is
view.
dedicated to, is to destroying the coronavirus call-ins.
Destroying the call.
Call in.
Not the call-ins.
If you call in, we will destroy you.
Destroying
Your phone is
coronavirus
gone.
fears one call at a time. Pastor Reeves, I think, had a little something he wanted to share with us from this week. Just what the church is doing.
Yes.
He's going to share that with us. What the church
Yeah.
is doing to.
Basically, I just wanted the folks to know, so I posted on Facebook for our town, letting them know that we want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable coming to church, that we're not canceling our services. It's a safe place. It's a safe zone, healthy area to be. And we made sure all our buildings were clean like we always do, disinfected, clean. Bathrooms are always clean. And then went ahead and made sure the chairs were all wiped down. Anything you touch is wiped down. All the handles got wiped down today. I personally saw our folks disinfecting the handles on the doors. We placed trash cans outside of the bathroom so that if you are one of those people that don't want to touch the handle, you can take a paper towel after wiping and your hands off and throw that away and grab a clean one and grab the door handle, open it, and then dispense that into the trash can there. And then if you come to church, we're going to welcome you. We're going to extend our hand and say welcome. And if you don't want to shake our hands, we will not be offended. You can just say, "Oh, I'm just going to
Elbow rub.
Elbow bump,
you know.
feet tap. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, Peter's going to be at the door teaching
bump.
everybody the Japanese.
There you go. Yeah.
Because that's a lot more sanitary.
But you
Could
know,
be.
so anyway, here's the thing: is the virus a serious thing? Of course it is. But because of the libs and the fear mongers out there, it has just gone too far.
Right.
And I mean, you can't even go into
Out of control.
any store and find toilet paper or water or hand sanitizer. I mean, it's just like, you know, I remember the year 2000, everybody was freaking out that the world was going to come to an end, you know, and they were building bunkers. I mean, they actually had, I remember going to a ministry that built crates to send missionaries goods. And the guy that ran the place in Georgia said, "Come here, I want to show you this. This is for the Y2K situation." I said, "Okay, you know, I never bought into that stuff, but he said, you know, it's going to happen, and we're ready." And he took me down in this cellar that they had built for Y2K, and there had to be a football field long of beans, buckets of kidney, hard, you know, the hard beans,
dried beans,
buckets, the big, what are those?
5-gallon pails.
5-gallon pails of beans.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I just looked at it and I said, I just, you know, what do you say? You just
You
shake your
can't.
head and
No,
you're
you
like,
can't.
what in the world?
Now you go down to the cellar, you don't see buckets of beans. You see rolls of toilet paper. Because, you know, the food is not what we're worried about. Anyway.
I'm a little confused.
How did
If all the
toilet paper-
things I'm worried about, toilet paper is not one of them.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Why isn't the, you know, the vitamin, the supplement aisle, why isn't the one where, you know, people are supposed to be trying to get more healthy, why isn't that aisle
guys,
cleaned out?
here's the thing. What if there really was?
There's still vegetables last
What
week.
if there really was an end times kind of a what do you call that?
A pandemic, an epidemic, some kind of a
pandemic,
just something where nothing was being delivered. You know, the last thing I'm worried about
It's toilet paper.
is
Right.
toilet paper. I mean, there's ways of taking care of
Okay.
that. I mean, I don't want to be
thousands
graphic.
of years.
But honestly,
So
that's like, I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah. There's ways around it. Some are more. Never mind.
I mean, we don't want to talk about it, but what did they do before they had toilet paper?
This
They
is
use something else.
true. This is slightly true.
Corn cobs. They used corn cobs. They used Sears and Roebuck magazines.
Anything.
Poor people use corn cobs.
Okay.
Middle class people use the Sears
Bidet.
and Roebuck magazine. What?
Bidet.
They're starting to, those are selling crazy on Amazon.
I mean, last time I checked in my bathroom, not too far from the toilet is a shower. I mean, come on, guys.
or
They
seriously,
also
don't even worry
already
about
have
it.
those toilets that
I mean, some of this stuff just needs to be said because it's like you're freaking out over nothing.
Conversation.
Here's the thing. I went into the store. I went into Menards the other day, and it's so easy to buy into this. You walk down and you say, I gotta see this. I gotta see that there's no toilet paper. You don't believe it. Then you get there and all of a sudden you start getting real freaked out. There's no toilet paper. I mean, I started getting freaked out. So I'm going to check, see if there's hand sanitizer. I went to the hand sanitizer and there wasn't any. And all of the baby wipes, you know, the rear end wipes for the baby.
I know what a baby wipe is. Yeah,
Gone. And you start thinking, there's something to this.
there could be.
Probably.
At times.
And then I slapped myself 6 or 7 times and I woke up and I said, okay, this is crazy. This is dumb.
Mrs. Tyson had a funny story getting some toilet paper the other day, or was that today?
That was today.
It was today.
She had to
Yeah,
climb
that
up
was
on
a
like
great
a shelf
story.
and punch a couple people or something.
No.
body
See, Miss
slam some
Tyson.
people.
Body slam, bam.
Throw punch.
Okay. Do you guys really think? What do you think?
Call now. Call
All
now.
right.
Call now.
We're opening up
Wait,
the line.
okay, now we have to be specific as to what we're at. What are we asking?
Okay.
Anything
what are
you
they
want to talk
saying?
about?
We are talking about the coronavirus and whether or not you think it's the real deal, the end of the world.
Maybe call and tell us,
Or-
give us like a reason why it is.
Or call us and tell us
don't
how
know.
you are preparing for the end times.
Oh my word. The end is near.
is falling.
I want to know how many of our listeners actually went to store and bought a bunch of toilet paper. So 920-940-8275. JT, the next person to answer, I want you to wave us down.
Next
Or
piece of
Call,
answer.
call.
I'm having a hard time.
So call
Next
now.
Someone's calling? All right, here we go. You're going to answer it and then turn them up. You are on the air. Who are we speaking with?
This is Tim.
How you doing?
Not bad. We have got toilet paper. We've got food. We've got paper towels.
Good.
We've got hand sanitizer. We are.
Well, could you
we
tell
had
us
this
your
all
address?
Before this all went down.
Could you
At
share
an
your
undisclosed
address with us?
location in an underground bunker.
Oh man,
That's great.
With a 5-foot solid steel door.
you know, you should really think about auctioning that off online. You could probably make tons of money.
We were. Brittany and I were looking. There's someone got 5,000 Canadian dollars for a roll of toilet paper. One roll
Soul.
on eBay. Oh, people have lost it. Yes, really. 5,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay, we should do better than that, Americans. Come on, guys. We can do better
I
than
was
that.
just gonna say we just really set our bar pretty low.
$6,000, guys. $6,000. We'll send you the whole box of mugs.
Oh my soul.
Oh, that is great.
Hey, listen, brother, you better start hoarding that stuff because you're going to want to take it to Mexico when you go.
Yeah, it's a little different in Mexico. Toilet paper is actually like a different consistency, not flushable. It's an interesting world down there.
Yeah, actually, Pastor went there once and
did.
tell us some experience. Tell us about that, Pastor.
It was rough.
The toilet paper?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us. We are going to...
Wait, I gotta ask Tim a question.
okay,
When
go ahead.
did you stock up on all that stuff? Were you already stocked up, or are you one of those people that went to the store and bought all this stuff out?
Oh, we had gotten plenty. I normally buy in bulk anyway, trying to save money, at Sam's Club. But this was, I don't even think I knew what the coronavirus was when I bought most of this stuff. And we don't use a ton, but I mean, we've been set, I guess, for this, and well, praise the Lord. I'm glad that we were prepared, whether or not I knew we needed it. I mean, amen. But yeah, this seems to be heavily overblown to an extent, but it has the potential to become something really bad if we are taking the measures we're taking right now, and the measures we've already taken as a country, preventing people who could have the virus coming in from Asia, from Europe. We've done good things. We've taken good steps to prevent this from becoming something majorly catastrophic, but the toilet paper thing doesn't make any sense. That's still, that's beyond us. The supply line should be fine for that. We make it in the USA too. We should be okay.
So how do you feel about the actual? See, numbers don't lie. So when the reports come out of how many people die every year from just the flu, how about the past new flus that have come around and the new diseases, the swine flu and different things like that, and you compare those numbers to what we're seeing now, don't you have to kind of calm down a little bit?
Oh, the fact that the death rate is the death rate is probably about like 5% of the confirmed cases that are infected. Really, it's probably going to be in the U.S. I've heard Dr. Fauci throw out a 1% figures what he's anticipating for a death rate in the U.S., which in and of itself is not too bad. It's more than the common flu, but significantly less than a disease like Ebola. I think the reason everyone's freaking out about this is infected, or how contagious it is, and that long incubation period to where you don't show symptoms, you are contagious. That's the main element of this that makes it scary, because let's say one guy unknowingly infected 10 people at CPAC, for instance, that whole incident where we had senators and representatives quarantining themselves out of fear for catching this thing. Let's say you infect people unknowingly at a large gathering, then all of a sudden, instead of just, a few cases, it's going to spike dramatically, which it still might spike dramatically with all these measures in place over this next week. I'm not an expert on this, but I have just got a gut feeling that that's going to happen. There's going to be a significant spike, but will it affect us? Probably not. Hopefully not. Prayerfully not. But it's got the potential to be bad. We don't really still know what we're dealing with. but it may not be as bad as the other diseases we've dealt with.
Everyone,
And
you've heard
all
it.
survived.
You've heard it from Tim. He said he's got a gut feeling, so I would stay away from Brother Tim.
He's got the virus.
No. Stomach issues are not a symptom of the coronavirus, from what we know. So,
Well, I just saw Tim last week. He does not have a gut.
well, thank you, brother.
He's fresh. He's freshly married.
So I agree with you about the spike, but they're talking about how that spike they're doing with everything they've done. They have really lowered that spike down quite a bit. And here's the thing. I think there is a good part to this. You know, there's some reports being put out how China is holding back some needed supplies because we have outsourced some of our pharmaceutical needs to them. And if anything, I would say this is good. America needs a good wake-up call. We have the ability to take care of ourselves. If we stop gouging our people and our companies here in the States step it up, I think we can actually provide more for ourselves, just like we have stepped it up in our energy consumption and providing fuel and those needs there, and not becoming dependent, or actually becoming non-dependent upon these foreign countries anymore for fuel. Well, I think the same thing is good for us to be able to be self-sufficient in the sense that not needing to do that. Now, business-wise, academically, it's good to have good neighbors and to be able to trade and do those kind of things. But when something happens like this, it is an opportunity for foreign countries to leverage that against us. And so we have to be careful of that.
All right. I think, man, that was some good discussion. Thanks, Tim, for calling in. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next caller.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Go ahead and let
me jump in here. The bid right now is, I think, at $1,750.
Wow,
guys, we got a long way to go to get to 6,000. So we need somebody to donate $4,000 right now. Just go ahead and do
somebody
it.
from Canada.
Yeah, someone from Canada.
920-940. Well, yeah, I guess just give us your credit card information.
We will ship to Canada.
Yeah,
we will accept your
for $5,000. I'll ship to anywhere in the world. Ship to anywhere you want. Anywhere.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's go to a song. Let's go to
No, we need another call. Is anyone else? Come on, people, give us a call.
920-940-8275. We're going to go to a song. We'll come right back. We'll keep this segment going. But the next song is When the Roll is Called Up Yonder by Jeremy Fugit. This actually was requested by Tim. He's just on the phone with us. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to the coronavirus call-in segment. We are discussing recent events around the coronavirus, and actually, I'm going to let David take this next part away because he is the person who designed our new coronavirus track. Brother Tyson is on the phone with us. JT, if you want to let him join. Hey, Brother Tyson.
Hey, guys.
David.
Is this... Oh, so... Hey, Brother Tyson. So we've got...
Hey, Brother Tyson.
Brother. Pastor texted me yesterday and said, hey, I want you to drop whatever you're doing. So I dropped my laptop. And no, he said, I want you to design a track for something to go along the line of the coronavirus and somehow get the gospel into it. So I sat there for like 3 hours trying to figure out different ways we could get the gospel into this without being... The original track, the front of it said coronavirus. Underneath that it said, will this be the end?
Boom, 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 boom.
I couldn't really work that into the gospel. I started like, God hasn't given us the spirit of fear. And then I'm like, okay, how am I going to work this in? So basically what I did is on the front, if you want to know what this looks like, you can go to, I don't know, any of our, you can go to Canaan Media, go to Canaan at CanaanMedia.com.
Just
at Canaan
Twitter,
Media
Canaan
on
Media.
Twitter. And we've posted a couple pictures of it. But on the front, it just says coronavirus, what you need to know. It's got a couple facts under there, what the coronavirus is, where it came from. And Brother Tyson seems to have it. He's got coronavirus.
Oh, no.
And then it's got some things that you can do to prevent, spreading the coronavirus and getting it. And then on the back, it talks about the gospel. And it does it in a way where it has most tracks that you give people have 4 points on it. The Romans road, you're a sinner. The punishment for your sin. Jesus came and paid for your whatever. What I did is I put the virus, and I talked about how the coronavirus is similar to the sin nature that we have, and I used that as a springboard right to go into the gospel. So the 4 points are changed from it goes the virus, the symptoms, the cure, and then the choice. pretty cool, I
Very
think.
good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And those are available for purchase if everyone else
Yes.
wants to. An important thing, Pastor, go ahead. I think I know what you're going to go ahead.
Yeah. What is it what is our profit margin on that?
I don't know what our profit margin is, but it's very small.
I don't think you can really call it a profit.
Yeah.
Because if you count just the time that was put into designing it itself.
Yeah, we're basically making, can I just say it?
I don't care.
I lowered the price for these tracks because I wanted a lot of people to be able to have them. So I lowered our profit margin. So we're basically making $10.
Brother Tyson, we're
Per
gouging
track?
the people $10.
Per tract?
Yeah, per track. No, not per track. Now, I mean, it
Pretty
depends
good.
on how many you
So he
order.
called
It's
in
10
and he hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we're
David,
gonna let him talk.
Let him
Hey, well, you know what? If you should say, if you buy 5,000 tracks, you'll throw in a roll of toilet paper.
That's
Sign.
a genius idea. I should do that.
We should put brother Tyson in charge of marketing.
We should do that.
Is that a verbal contract? If you say yes, Brother Tyson, you have agreed to it.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, you know what? I proud of you guys to talk about it because I think it is a timely track, and while some may not like the idea, I think it's a tremendous opportunity to give out the gospel. It is obviously a subject the whole world is talking about. I think it is definitely an opportunity to spread the gospel. Ultimately, as we know, God has not given us a spirit of fear,
Right.
but America and the world are in fear right now, and we know the answer is Christ. He will give us a peace that passeth all understanding. What a wonderful opportunity to share the gospel, to talk about an issue that everyone is talking about. It opens up dialogue to be able to get the gospel to people. So I encourage everybody to go out and buy this. And I appreciate your transparency. A lot of people would say, well, you're trying to profit from a terrible situation. Ultimately, all we're trying to do is get the gospel to the world. And whether it is a Christmas track, a track around some other holiday, why not talk about the issue everybody is talking about?
Right.
And David, great job. And I encourage everybody to go and order these tracks and use them to share with their community.
Let me tell you what I was thinking before I contacted David. I was watching news reports. I was reading through my Twitter feed. I was watching other pastors attack men like you who have taken a very wise stand, keeping the doors open, but yet at the same time being careful about making sure, like your school is complying with some things that your county does, and that's sensible. And every man's going to make decisions for his ministry in different ways. The comparison that popped up on the screen was, would Jesus have shut down services? And I just thought that was a poor analogy. Because Jesus, of course, would have just healed everybody.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, every pastor, if they had the power to heal people, would, by all means, keep the doors open. But we know we don't have that power. And not that we're going to live by fear, but we are going to have some common sense.
Right.
And so I saw you pastors being attacked by other guys who don't have 5 people to lead. And I got to thinking, this is a need. We need to actually help people calm down.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better way to calm people down than to give them the peace of God? The peace of God comes through the door of Jesus Christ and Him alone. So that's why I called David and said, let's get some gospel tracts put together and offer those to churches that are serious about leading people to Christ. And any sensible preacher is going to see that and say, I need those. This is a good time for that. So that's why we offered them, and I thank God for men like you, Brother Tyson, who are balanced and can see, through the silliness of things, but yet still respect what people have to make decisions on. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Brother Tyson, for joining us for a few minutes. We appreciate it.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
okay.
All right, 920-940-8275. If you are listening at this moment, we are still selling a roll of toilet
Come on,
paper.
guys.
Auctioning it off.
We're at $17.50 for this toilet paper roll.
We can do better than that.
We can do better than that. Remember, you're getting a brand new Canaan Radio Special Edition, the Brook mug. Mm-hmm. So get on there and bid.
Anybody calling in? Nope.
Call now.
Can we talk just while we're waiting?
Sure.
Yeah, let's just talk
about
real talk.
what do you think are some of the validated reasons to panic over this virus?
One second here. For whoever's calling, go ahead and answer, but leave them turned off. Are they on? All right, for whoever is on the phone right now, I just want to let you know we've got you muted. We're going to put you on a quick hold, so just stay with us and you can listen to it, but we'll bring you back here in just a second when we're done talking about this current subject.
I was just saying, what do you think are some validated reasons to worry about this coronavirus? And then what are some reasons why we shouldn't worry?
I think that if we have an opportunity to shorten the lifespan of a virus like this, it's only common sense that we do what we can do. And I think that a lot of those things are already in America's everyday routine. Washing your hands, not
should be. Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of things that are happening in our country that are passing diseases on that are immoral, and so those diseases pass easily. There's the casual contact, and then just keeping yourself clean. I can't tell you how many times I have been in places of stores or public markets or restaurants, and the foul odor and the dirtiness of people has been amazing. I guess I was raised in a unique situation. My mom and dad taught me to use soap and toothpaste and deodorant when I got old enough and these little hairs started popping out underneath my arm. I got deodorant, and cologne was something that was like, when I went to public school as a guy, cologne was like a normal thing. You wanted to smell good, and it wasn't because you liked other guys.
That's right.
And that's back in the, that's a long time ago, where, the dinosaurs roamed the earth. But people were still taught 25, 30 years ago hygiene, personal hygiene. Right. And, and now we have a generation of people who think it's cool to be mountain men and mountain women. And
to not care.
To not care. So let's do what we can to get rid of it.
Right.
Clean things up. Maybe America will smell better.
On I think not the opposite side, but the side that says, I think we're making almost too much ado about a virus that's very similar to the flu. It's a strain of the flu. There is no cure for the flu. There's lots of people who die from the flu that are in the same category as those who contract and get the coronavirus. There are people who get it and they get over it, just like the flu. You get over it. Now, there's no vaccine for the coronavirus to be a preventative measure.
Right.
And then, of course, there's the shortage on tests. But as far as what we think, as far as the coronavirus goes, I put it in the same category as the flu, and I'm not worried. I had a tweet that I was going to put out a couple days ago. I was like, it had a GIF. It said, "I volunteer." Just like it's like one of those things where you just get it
out of the way.
Yeah, get it out of the way. And then here's another random idea. What if this is crazy? It's probably not true.
Ooh, is this a conspiracy theory?
No. Well, hang on. What if it was already here? Because here's the thing: we didn't start testing for it until like maybe barely a month ago. We didn't start testing for it, and because it has a lot of flu-like symptoms, someone could have contracted it and died from it, and it just been, this is just like the flu, and thought that that's all it is. So part of me thinks that because there's no testing, I say no testing, there wasn't
I would agree with that,
sufficient amount of testing.
But there is reports of them isolating where it came from, when it came from China and that town and the research labs. We know where it came from.
Well, there's no way really to actually know. You could be right, though. Here's my thing.
The thing is, why play with that? That's exactly where conspiracy craziness comes from. Why deal with that?
I'm speaking more to the side of don't be scared. Don't be scared of getting the coronavirus and thinking, oh no, I get it, I'm gonna die. That's not how it works. Just breathe.
Well, I think it was
okay.
China trying to stop the protest, and they did it. So
That could be too.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's my thing. I did a little bit of. I didn't do a ton of research, but I was just curious because literally this is a world pandemic now, and literally everyone is losing it. And I'm just like, okay, what are we losing it over? I mean, what is this thing? And basically, there are 3 things that can happen with this virus. One, we can basically keep it contained, and it will die out, just like basically Ebola and other things that we had over in the past. Or it could get to the point where, what was the other one? The last one was, it can get to the point where it just basically circulates in our environment just like any strain
other
of
sickness,
yeah, like the flu. And that was the worst thing that could happen. And when you look at the numbers with that and like just the common flu, it's like, okay, it's really basically the exact same thing. And it might have a slightly higher death rate with people that are a little bit older.
Right. And you don't want to ignore that.
And that's bad. And obviously you don't want to be passing it. It's like any other flu that you have. You don't want to be passing it around.
Nothing new.
But really there's no reason to be losing it over this.
Who do we have on the line?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, we got somebody on the line.
Yeah, we do. Are they still on the phone? All right. Well, we're going to bring them in.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey, we're glad you're here. Who are you?
Oh, just an old friend. This is John Mark.
Hey, man.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
We're doing great. None of us are sick. We're doing great. Hey,
praise the Lord.
Give us what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, I was just saying this is a great opportunity to plug in Bible college because I think anybody who spent 4 years in a dorm is they are going to be Ebola free, Corona free. I don't think anybody has to. If you're immune to everything but cancer if you survive 4 years in Bible college.
So I would agree with that. But John Mark actually went to Bible college smart. Now he sounds really stupid.
Yeah.
That is a funny. That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah. No, it definitely is. I think what's worse than the symptoms is the hype. I think the symptoms are serious, but I think the hype is worse than the symptoms. Mm-hmm. I think that's what people are more scared of is not necessarily the causes of the coronavirus, but just, how it just goes. It's a virus that is literally viral. I think it's more viral than a virus, but,
It's the fear of getting it. Once you got it,
right.
I think people are a little bit, they have a little bit misinformation about, I think most people think if they get it, like they have a very high rate, a very high possibility of dying, where it's just the opposite. It's very, have a very low rate. You don't want to get it. You don't want to be sick. No one wants to get sick, and I'm not saying go out there and contract the coronavirus, but you're exactly right, John Mark. It's just like
show you coronavirus.
And Brittany, Brittany just put out on the YouTube chat, she said the effects of the pandemic is a great illustration of what socialism would do to our nation.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Brother Tyson made that point, I think, on Twitter the other day. He said, and can you, it kind of gives you an insight to how America is maybe not a factor in the end times, is when our economy can be threatened by something like the flu, like it has been over the last couple of days, where the stock markets and everything, have plummeted over the last few days, and then
John Mark, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I'm like, what is that face for? But anyway, and so it's like everyone's losing it. When you have everyone go out and buy all this stuff, and what if they did that with food and people unwilling to share?
I tell you, some unhappy people right now are the tree huggers. They're out there cutting trees down like crazy to make some more toilet paper.
Hey, John Mark, are you stocked up on toilet paper already, or?
Yes, sir. Oh, we're ready to go. We live near the woods, so we're fine. We're fine.
I was gonna say, man, we got a special The Brook edition toilet paper roll that you can.
Yeah, John Mark, you need to go on there and bid.
Get your name.
Well, like I said, I went to Bible college, fellas, so I'm still recovering. So I don't know if the $10 toilet paper roll, that's a little bit too far out of my ballpark.
It's $18.50 now, isn't it?
Hey, it's all about value.
That's all. That's awesome, though. That's pretty funny. That's great.
In 1 month, when you're out of toilet paper and there's nowhere on planet Earth to get one, you really wish you had bought this thing.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's great.
John Mark, thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir, Pastor. No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, man.
Thanks, John Mark.
Hey, thanks.
All right. With this segment, I think we're just going to move on and try and finish this out real quick. We're already past the 6 o'clock hour, but that's okay. We'll.
When have we had a podcast
I don't know.
that has a
We
first
haven't yet.
question?
The first one was a little bit after 6.
Okay, well, we're going to hurry through this. And do we have another song, JT? Do we got one queued up? Yes, we do. Samuel requested God's Amazing Grace. This song is sung by Cicely Hamilton, and we'll be right back.
Grapes of Wrath.
And honey, that sweet nectar.
Due to the length of today's broadcast, we are combining the Grapes of Wrath and the And Honey segment together. We're going to go around the table, starting with Brother Peter for the Grapes of Wrath segment, and we will move across the table to Pastor Reeves and around as such. Pete, go ahead.
Well, this is a situation involving pretty much all of America will relate to this. You know when you find out that the roll of toilet paper does not have enough on it. And someone did not restock the drawer where it's supposed to be. That.
Oh.
Did we even talk about our Grapes of Wrath? This was mine. I have mine.
He's got his as a video.
I have mine as a video.
Oh, no.
Yeah, watch. Wait.
No way.
Here we go. That is my Grape of Wrath right
Praise
there.
the Lord. No, I didn't.
I
even
did
know.
not know you could actually bring your Grapes of Wrath recorded.
Yeah, bring it. We're going to do that from now on. You can bring your Grapes
But
of Wrath.
people on the radio didn't
So
see that.
my Grapes of Wrath is when you buy something offline and it comes from China. It takes 4 years to get there. You finally get it. You plug it in. It doesn't work. So you spend literally. I spent over a month emailing back and forth to get another product sent to me because I was pretty convinced that there was a software issue in it. So they sent another one. You plug it in, and it does exactly the same thing.
Not work.
Total waste of my life.
We are in the waning moments of the bidding, and we are up to $26, guys. Bidding.
Dude,
the
what?
bidding war is going back and forth.
I think
very
we need
heated.
$28. It's
Very
28
heated right now. Oh, it's
28.
keep going. 30.
Moving up.
We have a bid for $30. Come on, somebody. Put in the 4,000 already. 32. Come on, guys. Let's go.
David, you got a Grape of Wrath. It's here. Oh, you
No,
did.
mine was
You
with
did.
his. Mine
Okay.
was his.
All right.
Same
so,
thing. Sorry.
I didn't have a big Grape of Wrath for this week. I actually didn't even plan one. So,
Your Grape of Wrath is not planning one?
yeah, exactly. No, it'll really make me frustrated. I know that there was something that frustrates me, but I can't remember what it is.
That's a good thing.
$36?
I just try to.
No, we're at $52 right now. I have no idea.
54. 54.
Who's bidding out there?
At 56. 58.
Someone's desperate.
Is that you,
Someone's
JT?
sitting
Out
there
That's that, JT.
wishing they had that roll on that.
Guys, we're at
Oh my goodness.
$62.
They are bidding like crazy.
Is it Dad?
No, Dad's not
I'm like,
bidding.
is there
I'm not
anyone in here
bidding
doing
either.
this?
I wish
like,
I
this
could.
is a
Is it
joke.
anybody from
66.
here?
Okay,
We'll
I
get
gotta
back to it in a second.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
gonna
we'll
refresh
come-
your browser.
I am like $70, man. I'm having.
Guys, I mean, you have one
74.
chance. Don't get beat out.
76.
Don't let somebody
Is
beat
there a
you.
time
break
thing on this?
$100.
This
we
is
will
to
get
show
Brother
your
JT
support
to
It
sign
for the
it.
Brook.
It says 2 days, but I said that at the end of this, we're just
Yes,
going
we'll
to
do
close
it.
the bid.
Yeah, we'll close
Hold on.
it.
If we break 100, do we get JT to sign it?
82.
Oh yeah, JT. He just needs to sign it right now.
Oh, okay.
So you're going
Throw
to
it.
close the bid?
Well, at the end of the broadcast, we're just going to accept. They're going to accept what it's at.
Does he have the marker?
Wow.
90.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, guys. I'm just.
This is awesome.
Oh, my word.
Let's see.
Sell a roll of toilet?
My Grapes of Wrath. I don't have one. Everything's great. My honey is the toilet paper's about to sell for $100. There you go. 92. Okay, Peter, what's your and honey for today?
Maybe we should
we're
leave the
going out of
program
order
go
here.
for a little bit longer.
And my honey. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, it's another thing that's been happening in
Are we doing
all
honey or
across
Grapes
the
of
United
Wrath?
States.
We finished Grapes of Wrath.
Oh,
I didn't really
so
have
we
one.
need to
So
change our-
David switched us over to.
Oh, I'm
Grapes
sorry.
of Wrath on
Get
the,
that switched over here.
gets us helped out there.
Well, anyway, regarding my and honey, gas prices are lower.
Oh, that's
That
a
is
good
true.
one.
That
Right
was
there.
like over the past 2 weeks, it's gone down at least 20 cents, and it's projected to go lower. But I mean,
$100.
That's always a good thing.
Sorry, this is
Alright.
a little weird there.
Wow.
There you go.
There it
Good
is.
job, David.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Dad,
That is a great.
what's your honey? Dad?
Oh, my honey.
Yeah. Okay, David, we'll come back to you. David, what's yours?
Honestly, my honey
didn't have
was.
a honey.
I know the world is losing it, and I know everyone's kind of running around without their head. But let me just say this: here's what my honey was today. All the people that I talk to that are on my bus route, just everyday people that I talk to, whether I'm at the store or whatever, that have sense, and they're not losing. What is your problem?
Someone's got dollars on the bidding. Wow, we're $150. What? For a roll of toilet paper and a mug, guys.
It's a sign.
Mug.
I know he's losing. Where's that? Hey, throw that back over here.
Should we throw in a signed poster?
I know you guys are bidding, but
This
you
is
realize
like an epic broadcast.
this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
For over $250.
We're at $185.
Guys, this is the last chance. Come on, $250 on this,
people.
guys.
Buy
I'm telling
it
you,
now.
I might even put this in a
$250,
glass
that's it.
frame and ship it that way.
We just broke 200.
Oh, buy it now. Buy it now.
You guys, you have a few seconds to get your bids in.
If you go over 250, I'm going to send 2 mugs.
Oh,
you get two
mugs.
2 mugs.
Oh my
Buy it now at
God.
$250.
I got to throw 2 mugs in there.
Okay, guys, you have just a few minutes. We are closing the program. Do you have a honey? Yeah. My honey, let me finish. My honey was just the fact all the people that I got to talk to that were just like, yeah, this thing is crazy. We're going to be cautious. We're going to wash our hands and all that, but we're not losing our minds. There are normal people out there still. So don't.
It happens every election year, people.
Yeah.
My honey is nothing related to the virus. My honey is just the week that I spent out in Maryland with Dr. Tyson and his family. I enjoyed it. Sean, you were a blessing. I enjoyed spending time with you. We got to go to a what's the name of that place?
I fly.
I fly. That was epic.
Oh, you should throw some pictures up on the screen. We can't.
Next week.
And there's a video. You could throw the video up
I
there.
think I
and
can.
you
I
watch
think I
that.
can.
It gives us a few more minutes to see what happens with this toilet paper roll.
They're still bidding.
240. 240.
230, guys. Come on now.
My word.
Don't let 240. Don't let anyone.
250.
Somebody. Because it closes at 250.
No, it doesn't do that. It
Oh,
keeps
it doesn't?
going.
I thought
Yeah.
that was the close. I thought we had closed it at 250.
Wait.
I'm kind of confused here.
What?
Oh, man.
The buy
Yeah,
it
the
now.
buy it now.
I said at the beginning the buy it now.
The buy it
turned
now
off
is
when the first
250.
person. Wow.
It is
Okay.
255.
What was I saying? I was going to pull up this video.
Dad, hang on. Dad did his and honey. I'm gonna do a quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
A quick and honey.
Would you guys like to watch this one here?
255.
No, I'm just kidding. What's your honey, bro? What's your honey?
We're just watching.
No one wants to stop. I can't stop watching it.
Dad, you have the video on your phone. I don't
do?
have it. Yeah, I don't have that video.
I'm thankful, of course, that all the traveling went well. I'm also thankful for the way that services went well. While Pastor and David and a couple of the other church members were gone, we had some good services. We had some visitors last Sunday. I mean, slightly unexpected. It's crazy because when you go out soul winning, you're expecting, you ask someone if they'd like to come to church, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, sure, I'll come." You're like, right. I mean, a lot of faith there, but it was great to see.
The pictures?
There were four different people that came as a result of one person being invited. So that's exciting. So my and honey is just, I love church. I love church work, love church service. And I can't believe that this roll of toilet paper is up to $255.
Okay, so we'll end the
I think
broadcast.
everybody gave up.
Here we are.
Are you just going to end it right now?
No, I was going to show some of these pictures.
Okay,
that are
show
on
some
here.
pictures.
I don't know if it will let me.
Oh, I just
Yeah,
lost
it'll
my
let you.
internet connection. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
I kicked you off. There we go. It's thinking. There we
going.
go. Okay,
All right.
so here is
You can zoom in too.
here is Sean. Sean is in the iFly flying around. Of course, they don't just let you fly by yourself because you would probably.
This
hurt
is
the guy.
Sean Tyson.
Yeah, this is Sean Tyson. This is him as well. This is when you go up really high. This is Pastor Reeves.
Yes! Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun. Looks like Superman.
Did I say that on air?
Yeah, right. And then this is me. I look like one of those flying squirrels. That's what I look like.
It's true. It's true.
Like, wee. Look at my face.
You look like a gopher.
I do. Let's see here in the last one there. So that
That's
was
pretty cool.
was a lot of fun.
That is pretty cool.
Awesome.
So that's what they got to do. That was their
Play video?
their end.
Oh, did you want to play? I don't know if the video will play. Here we go. We'll just play the video here. Oh, we don't have the video.
Where is
it
it?
this
We
way?
gotta go to the videos.
Right there.
There is it. Here we go.
Is this,
There's no
is this
sound.
This
you?
is the
So it's
first
okay.
one. Yep, that's the first one.
I don't know how long
Just
it is
fast
before
forward
you
a
get
little
out.
bit.
Yeah, just tap it and
Just tap it and go forward. What?
keep going. Keep going. Here we
Oh,
go.
this is the VR. That's a pretty cool.
Okay, here's Pastor. Here he goes. Woo! It is the strangest thing. I mean, it is. You know, you would think it is to fly like Superman. It literally feels like that. I mean, it just feels like you're. It is awesome.
So in the VR experience, what are you looking at? Is it like the world? Are you like skydiving?
There was an actual base jump. Someone had done a base
Oh.
jump with a 360 camera.
Nice.
And so you got everywhere you looked, you were doing the base jump. It was amazing.
How long did it go for?
About a minute and a half.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. So he's flying all over the place. So
Nice. All right, let's see where we at here.
I don't know. We're at the end, I
So
think.
funny.
That's right. We are at the end. So, David, is this a new? Yeah, it is a new verse, and this one's this is Pastor's verse.
Pastor
Okay, so hang
Yuri.
on. Let's so we finished everything. 920-940-8275. You can actually text us during the week and send us your song requests. If you hear a song while listening to Canaan Internet Radio throughout the week, you can request that song.
Did we get Mickey's song in?
That's
next.
That next.
Okay.
That's the closeout.
Okay.
song.
All right, listen, you got seconds. I'm going to read this Bible verse. And
Well, I got to finish my spiel here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
I
finish
thought
my-
we were done.
No, not quite. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of The Brook. We hope that you will join us again next week at the same time in the same place
Wasn't
for
this
another.
episode
That's
7?
right, for another fun-filled show.
The perfect episode.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
yeah,
It
we're
doesn't
over.
matter. We're good. Let's see, David,
Yeah.
Pastor.
Thank you.
Peter.
Hey,
Thank you.
JT, thanks again for a great broadcast. Always, we're getting better. I'm enjoying watching them later when we cut
Watch
them
later.
when we go through. What are you doing, David? What's going on here,
I'm trying to.
Dad?
that's
Someone.
not me.
All right. Anyway, you
Was not me.
you will eventually be able to find next week or last week's podcast. You will eventually be
Yes,
able to find
we
it
will
on
get it up
YouTube
there.
and on iTunes and anywhere podcasts are listened to. But for now, please just go back and watch one of the old ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you joined us today on YouTube. And before we go, we'd like to leave you with this verse of encouragement. Pastor has this week's verse.
2 Timothy 1:7, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
And with that, we'll play the final requested song.
Who's the
I'm
winner?
standing
What are we doing
on-
for the?
oh,
we
oh,
gotta.
stop. Hang on.
I don't know how to
You have
find
to
out.
give me that. Give me
Last
that.
I don't know how to
Just give it
find
to me.
out.
What we need to do is accept the bid.
You sure? You want to
Yes.
do it right now?
Yeah.
We're going to
okay.
accept the bid right now.
Last
Here we go.
second.
3, 2,
Because
1.
it's an
And
auction,
it's a
I don't think you
30-second
can
delay.
do that.
So hold
Can
on.
you not do that?
Because it's an auction, I don't.
Can
think
you hit
can.
end item?
I mean,
Well, just end it
and
and.
list it, but it's not going to tell you who's the highest bidder because then it would be like you're trying to cut eBay out.
Do we have to hang on a second?
We didn't put a whole lot of thought into this, actually.
No more bids
And-
accepted. You just have
The
to
toilet paper. I mean, we've got signatures on here.
Yeah, okay.
We've got
End item.
my signature. We've got Peter's. I think, is that yours? Peter, is that
Sell
yours?
the item to the highest eligible
That's-
bidder.
wait. Mine's in there. Mine's legible.
This is yours. This is oh, that's JT's, and that's Pastor E's right there. And I mean, you're definitely. If you didn't have coronavirus before, we've been touching this the entire time. If one of us got it,
Join us next week when we auction off a box of Kleenex.
yeah, hand sanitizer.
That would be funny.
That would be great.
Okay.
Bid is closed.
Congratulations. Your item was sold. We sent your buyer a payment reminder. Buyers can take up to 48 hours to pay. And I am just...
Whoever the buyer is, we are so happy that you are the buyer.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but their username is spy-89.
There you go.
Don't know who that was. Anyway,
Spy-89.
You know what? I just...
Someone
I-
bored in 89? Who knows? Who do you know that's 30?
You.
31.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give that back to you, and
We'll tell you next week who won.
we will keep it updated. Well,
We'll
will send it out.
announce.
We'll send it out this week.
Yeah,
when we receive payment, we will send it to
But
you.
I'm
with the
talking
two
about
mugs,
everyone else. We'll
with the 2 Canaan Radio mugs. We'll send it to
Canaan
you.
Radio mugs.
Right.
We'll post on our social media platforms who won the mug.
More.
Anyway.
And with that, we'll go to the final requested song. The final requested song was I'm Standing on the Solid... I can't believe that. Standing on the Solid Rock with the Old Fashioned Quartet, requested by Mickey. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week.
The Brook, a ministry of North Platte Baptist Church.